Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to paint an owl.
For today's little owl, we're going to start by drawing it on using simple shapes. So let's start with the head. Got your pencil? Okay, so watch me first. I'm going to start by picking out a spot on the top portion of my paper, and that's where I'm going to draw a oval shape that's it looks like it's lying flat like an egg on the ground. Okay, so start with an oval. Good. Now, that is approximately the head. So now let's add the body. For the body, we're going to start towards the bottom of our oval, touching it with our pencil, and swoop down like that. And let's do the same thing on the other side. And you can make your owl as fat or as skinny as you want. Just try to make both sides even. Now we can add the wings. Actually, let's go ahead and connect our two lines with another line at the bottom. Oh, you already did. Okay, let's add the wings. So coming from the bottom first, I'm going to draw a swooping line up, almost touching the top, but not quite. And we'll do the same on the other side. Just follow the same shape of the outside of your owl. And these are the wings coming down the side. Let's add some little feet. First, we're going to start by making it look like the foot is two antennae coming out. So one antenna, two antennae.
Kind of like a ladybug.
Kind of like a ladybug, yep. And let's do that for the other foot too. Two little curved lines sticking out.
That's pretty funny. Just like ladybug antennas.
And now we're going to fatten up those lines. And these are becoming the claws. And then in between those two claws, we're going to add a third claw right in the middle. And then should we have him sitting on a tree branch maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's draw a line, and it can be a bumpy line because in nature trees are a little bit bumpy. And we'll have our owl sitting on a tree branch. And you can add some leaves if you want. Some sticks. Maybe another couple of branches coming out. And then some squiggly lines that almost look like bark. And then make it look like he's sitting on something by bringing the branch out this way a little bit. Yeah. All right, let's add some details to the owl's head. So we're going to make this a great horned owl, and they have feathers that look like puppy ears almost, don't they? That stick straight up. So we're going to draw just curved triangles kind of sticking up out of the top of his head like this. And I like how big your owl's head is, so I'm going to make mine a little fatter. And then I'm going to erase the bottom line in my oval, and you can do the same if you want to. Just so the head looks like it's connected. But do erase the lines under the ears. So right about in the middle of your oval, after you've erased your lines, I want you to draw a beak. The beak is gonna start with a tiny little half circle and then come down to a point, almost like a carrot shape, like a little baby carrot. Okay, go ahead and draw your beak on. And then from the middle of one ear all the way to the beak, we're gonna draw a line, and you can make it kind of squiggly so it looks like feather, or you can just make it straight. Whatever's easiest for you. Nice. Okay, now we're going to add the big outlines that come around the eyes. They look like giant circles. So we're going to start at the top here next to the ear, and I want you to follow along the shape of your oval, almost reaching it but not quite, and then bring it up to touch the beak. So it's like a circle that's hidden by the feathers that are coming down. And we'll do that on the other side too. Very good. Now it's time to draw the actual eyes. So about halfway up your line, I want you to draw a straight line coming up. And that's going to be his eyelid.
That's pretty funny.
And then from that line, we're going to draw another half circle coming down. Yes, that looks really good. Okay, now inside of the eye is a black part. So we're going to draw another circle inside of the eye that's going to be filled in black.
Yeah, with a highlight in it.
Mm-hmm. And then you can draw a tiny little highlight inside what's going to be black. And if you want to fill in this part with your pencil now, you can. That'll make it easier to keep track of what needs to be black when we paint. Okay, he's looking very owl-like now, isn't he?
And cute.
Okay, so we will add some feathers later when we paint him, but I think for now we're probably ready to start painting. What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We need to do Sharpie first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, take your Sharpie and let's outline our owl before we paint. This is your opportunity to fix any lines that you maybe didn't like as much, or just go over what you already drew if you're happy with it. I'm making my outline just a little bit bumpy so it kind of looks like feathers. You can fill in the black part of the eye with the Sharpie too if you want.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to paint it.
It's probably easier than painting.
Yeah, because mine are really small.
And if you want to make your owl look like a girl, you can turn that eyelid into some eyelashes. I'm adding some details to the claws. And then once you're done outlining, we can start to paint. I'm just going to erase my pencil marks really quick. This big eraser works really well for that. And I'm using a big brush to swipe all the eraser stuff off. Okay, good job. That really looks like an owl. Nice work. So before we start, I'm going to mix up a bunch of brown paint for us.
Yeah.
And you can make brown actually by mixing, let's see, you can mix like a blue, a dark blue. Just make sure you have a lot of paint. And then you can mix in this dark brownish red. See how that makes a really nice brown?
Yeah.
So if you want, I already have brown on my brush, you can use mine. And then we can start painting our owl in. So I would say paint him all over except for maybe in the circles inside the head and avoid the beak for now. Does that sound good? I'm not sure you want that much water in your paint. Do you want that much water?
Not really.
Okay, well you can take this dark reddish brown if you want and use that. And see, I'm using that on my painting.
Yeah, that makes it great.
That's a pretty good color. I like this yellowish color too. I'm using some of that in the body. The feathers in an owl have a lot of color variety in them. There's a lot of different browns and reddish, yellow colors, depending on what owl you're painting. Try to stay in the lines of the Sharpie marks that you made for the owl's body as best you can. And then I'm adding just a few little streaks of black to kind of look like the stripe markings in a horned owl. Not too many though, you don't want to go overboard with that. But that way it looks kind of like feathers, right?
Yeah.
You painting red on the top of the owl?
Yeah, using it a little bit of rainbow.
Rainbow owl, I love it. I never would have thought of that. You can paint your owl however you want. I tend to like to make things look really realistic, and Ansley likes to make everything rainbows lately, don't ya?
Yeah, I love rainbows. Blue is my most favorite color.
All right, well, I'm painting in the circle under the eyes with this kind of bluish gray color, but you can make it any color you want. I think I'm going to make the inside of the eye this golden yellow.
My eyes are gonna be blue.
Okay. And I'm going to make the feet that same golden yellow. I have never seen a rainbow owl, but I must say I love it. It is fabulous. If you want to, you can add a blue sky behind the owl. Just keep painting around your tree branch for now. Try to stay or keep the blue outside of the owl and outside of the tree.
Later I think I'm gonna add more detail.
Okay. Nice job in the sky. I'm gonna do some green for my leaves.
I think I'll add more detail by adding leaves too.
You're gonna do some leaves. The painting part is probably the most fun part. What do you think?
Yeah, love to paint.
Me too. But you have to learn how to draw something on first too, huh?
Yeah.
That's just as important.
Yeah, just like swim lessons.
Takes practice. Your rainbow owl is something else. I like the golden toes. All done?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, let's take the tape off and we'll pull them close together.
The tape is really good.
There. All right, let's show them the finished paintings. That looks great. I love your rainbow owl head. So fun. Good job, honey.
We hope you enjoyed this video and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.